Hi, I'm Terry Kimball, President and CEO here at the Chandler Chamber, and I am excited because I have Barb Mozdzen, who is running for Chandler Unified School District Governing Board, and she is running for re-election, so welcome.
Thank you.
So Barb, let's talk a little bit. Why are you running again for the Chandler Unified School District Governing Board?
I really have two main reasons for running. Number one is the leadership on the board. Right now we have 3 seats up for re-election, and there could be 3 individuals who are brand new to the board. I'm hoping that's not the case, but we have 2 school board members who have 2 years of experience, and if we have all new board members, there's only going to be 4 years total experience, less than 4 years total experience on the board. And we need that consistency on the board and leadership that I feel like I can provide to mentor our new board members and allow some consistency in our policies and what we decide. I also truly believe that we need to continue to provide the best education possible to every single child in this district, or every single child who comes to our district from outside of our boundary areas. The children are our future, and they deserve the best.
I love that. So let's talk a little bit about that. What do you think are some of the biggest challenges facing Chandler Unified School District in the next 4 years or going forward?
I think some of the biggest challenges are going to be, number one, that our district is having slight declines in enrollment, but those enrollment declines are really based on, we're graduating over 4,000 students a year right now. There's this big bubble, and we only have about 2,000 students incoming to the district. That's a deficit of 2,000 students. And of course, money follows the students. We are based on our finances, and the state formula for funding education is based on student count. But if you notice, we're not losing 2,000 students a year. All of our grade levels are increasing in students as we go through the year. So we're making up a lot of those losses from the low birth rate and the high cost of housing for this area right now. And it's deterring young families from coming into our district, so we have very few kindergartners coming in. So I think that's one of our challenges. Our second challenge is to keep up with the 21st century learning and all of the expectations that our community and our businesses have for our graduates. We need to make sure that those students that are our graduates are ready for all of the challenges that they're going to see in the 21st century workplace. Whether they're going into a career right away, or they're going to be going off to college, or whether they've decided to become an entrepreneur or enlist, every one of those students needs to have those skills that they can be successful in those fields and in the areas that they're choosing.
I love that. So the Chandler Chamber represents about 172,000 employees here within Chandler, so we have a large business community. Mm-hmm. How will you foster a positive working relationship between the Chandler Chamber and the business community and the school district?
Well, I believe that all of our decisions that really are that need to be community-based need to go through all of our stakeholders, not only the chamber but the business community. We have a excuse me. We have a business advisory that we work with, and they give us suggestions on what we can do to help support the business community and what the business community can do to support our students in their education journeys. I think that continuing to have relationships and working with the chamber, such as we also have a workforce development coordinator, Patrick Brown, in our district, who works and interfaces with the chamber to identify some of those workforce development opportunities in our business. So the district seems to work pretty closely already with the district, and I would definitely say to continue those and relationships and explore new ones in the future.
I love that. So let's talk a little bit about, because running for governing board, it's a big job. It's not just, it's difficult. So talk to me about a little bit about how you've prepared yourself to adequately run for this office. What are some of the steps that you've taken?
Wow, a lot of those steps were taken a long time ago, but and because I have been on the board for 15 years already, but I think that some of the steps that new board members and myself need to take is familiarize yourself with the workings of the district. People need to be very well versed in what we spend our money on, our budgeting processes. They need to understand our partnerships with businesses and the community, such as Intel. We have a partnership with Intel that helps with volunteers in the schools and then gives us money towards those volunteer hours that their volunteers have worked for us. We have this great relationship with the Toyota Financial, where we got a lot of money to help support and provide STEM programs to various schools in the district. And so I think that I have also tried to get out into the community to talk with individuals, find out what their concerns are, and develop and enhance programs where we solicit their input, not only from our parents and our community, but our business members, and even other people at large, just who are just plain old community members. I think that having a broad base of ideas and collaboration, you can come up with some of the best ideas and really come up with solutions that will be great for students.
I love that. So let's expand a little bit on that community partnership component. How will you prioritize and advocate for those community partnerships as we continue to strengthen Chandler's workforce pipeline? Because those are our future workforce.
They are, and I think that we need to continue to find out what students need, continue to tailor our career and technical education programs, because we have so many programs. As I was counting them up, there are 70 programs at our high schools, and now there's duplicates where several of them have the culinary, but there are 70 different programs for those students to choose from, and they range not only from culinary but to engineering and medical sciences, and it's just amazing. But I think that continuing those type programs where students are looking for opportunities outside of the classroom and they are getting out into the community and showing their skills and their certifications that they have received, I believe those are some of our best advertisements for continuing partnerships with businesses and the rest of the community. As a board member, I will definitely support any type of innovative partnerships with businesses that will be able to assist our students and create an opportunity and a reputation for our community's schools. Because when we have great schools, it is going to continue to attract businesses and make sure that they know their children are going to have a high-quality education, a world-class education here in Chandler.
I love that. So Chandler Unified School District is a large district. What do you think Chandler Unified's biggest strength is, as well as some of the things that we need to work on, or areas of opportunity too?
I think that one of our biggest strengths, I truly believe, is the diversity of the students and the family and families that we have in our district. I believe that that is truly a strength because it brings so many different perspectives into the conversation. And we need that because we are going to be sending students out, sending our graduates out into a a world community, into an area that they need to be able to be competent in working with people who look different or talk differently than they do. And that is truly a strength. I think that some challenges that we still have are the fact that we don't have enough, I believe, diversity in our teaching staff, because students, especially when they're young, like to see their teachers as a role model. And when we have teachers that look like them and speak like them or speak like them, it creates a better connection for student engagement. And I believe that is one area that we can certainly work on.
Great. So if reelected, what will be one of your top priorities or one priority after taking office that you really want to focus on?
Sounds a little different, but one of my priorities has been, and I believe always will be, is early childhood literacy. And in order to really learn, you need to be competent in reading by 3rd grade, because it changes from learning to read to reading to learn. And if you don't have proficient readers by 3rd grade, it's difficult. It's much more challenging. And I really believe that I know we have a number of students who come into our school district in kindergarten who don't have those skills. And being able to work with community partners, and I hope businesses, it would be great to have businesses help us with this too, through the Read on Chandler programs, and Make Way for Books. These programs teach early literacy. The Giggles, Squiggles, and Squirms programs that the city has also, in partnership with us, help develop some of those early literacy skills that really enable children to be successful in their learning to read journey. And that carries through all the way through high school for our graduates, because when they can learn better and they can gain the skills that they need to be ready for the workforce.
I love that. So I know that we have a short amount of time and we've kind of been all over with some of the questions, but is there anything else I may not have asked you or you want our voters to know about why they should vote for you, or just giving them more information about you yourself?
Well, I truly believe that we need the stability on the board for the future. There's institutional knowledge that is really important so that we don't make the same mistakes or run in circles. That stability is important for our business community, it is important for our parents, and it is important for every stakeholder in our community. A chaotic board just disrupts the community in general. I think that what I'd like people to know about me is that I have had 3 children graduate from Chandler schools, and I was amazed with the superb education that all of them received. And it allowed them to become productive members of our workforce and our society, and I want to continue that for all students.
Great, thank you so much. Barb Mozdzen, running for re-election for Chandler Unified School District Governing Board. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.